I didn't pause for applause, but I appreciate it. Thank you. So I'm going to read two more poems here, and this first one is a two-part poem, and the impetus for the poem came from every spring there's a window right by our doorway, a big window, and every spring there's a robin that for 2 weeks smashes into that window about 6 o'clock in the morning. And the first time it happened, I thought somebody was knocking on the door. Well, you'll see it's in the poem. And anyway, so that was the initial idea for the poem. But there's two parts to it. So the poem's called Crosshatch, and the first part is called Vertical. For 1 week each spring, morning arrives with rap and flutter of robin against hallway window, waking me shortly after sunrise. The first time I heard it, thought someone was knocking at the door, then noticed the bird and watched its attack. What does it see in the glass? A rival to chase? A friend to embrace? Or maybe a shortcut to avian promised land? So much pointless flailing, flash of color and pounding wings. Bird's beak leaves marks like psychotic herringbone, intersecting parallel lines across the glass. A phantom hieroglyphic, message neither of us can interpret. Horizontal. That student always sits at the room's corner, wedged into the right angle, the safest spot to see the room before her. A fan spread open, held horizontal in her arms, sleeves to wrist, no matter how warm, and jeans or dark leggings. She needs a sheath to hide or protect the crosshatch of thin lines, older ones healed and rough, each cut a remark or response to how the world presses itself against her skin. Each limb a long stanza of recognition that what cannot be understood must be written down. Later at home, does she look and wonder just how those scars, pale worms, indecipherable, appeared, and what the story is that they spell out? Imagine there is something marvelous in her, if only she could read it. And the last poem is also inspired by something that was in the newspaper. This was in the Vancouver Sun. It says, a Vancouver resident has been fined for trying to smuggle a suitcase full of songbirds into the city from China. And the poem's called Suitcase Full of Birds. 29 old world birds, chosen for their intonation, a mix of babblers and flycatchers, melodious laughing thrushes, red-billed leothrix, and oriental magpie robins. He sedated and wrapped each in a sock, then slipped them into carry-on luggage, lined up like keys on a piano, dreaming melodies and harmony of morning light and fragrant breeze. On the aircraft, he lifted his case carefully into an overhead compartment with other bags. Who knows what might have been in them? Souvenirs, photographs of family, a jacket, or a pair of silk pajamas. He made no sound while the birds slept across the Pacific. They had no passports or travel plans. Flying without flying, the irony, not available to them until the bag was opened and they began to sing. Thank you.